What's good, y'all? Welcome to Roll Up with Friends, where we roll up and talk about dumb shit. Psych, nah. It ain't gonna be no dumb shit. We are about to roll up, though, but I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, bro. I was dead tweaking today, bro. Off the wig, I was bugging. And it was mostly, like, off the shit I was talking about yesterday, like, how the phone be confusing me and shit like that. And I'm gonna keep it a bug. I spent mad time on ChatGPT today. Mad time, boy. Mad time. I ain't gonna lie. ChatGPT is clutch, bro. Because like, I feel like I kind of get tired of talking about the same shit over and over again. So I don't want somebody else to get tired of that shit. So it's easier to just talk to this shit. But I realized today that, like, I took silence. Like, I took silence as... Hold on. Okay, perfect. I took silence as, like, as a threat. Like, if somebody's not telling me or somebody's not saying anything to me, I just always took it the wrong way. And, like, the reason why it was, like, I was always like this, like, I don't know. That's why I don't text people, because, like, I always tell myself I can't handle it, because if I'm not getting texted back or certain shit, like, it just throw me off so crazy. And, like, I'm really trying to think, like, why am I like this? Why am I like this? Like, this shit's not normal, you know? And it's just, like, I never really, like, really try to fix it until I'm starting to see it affect me in ways that I don't want it to affect me, because I know this is something I can stop, but it's just I just can't really find a root cause. But you don't always need to find a root cause to be able to fix a problem, but finding a root cause is always gonna help, of course. But yeah, I just had to come to the realization that, like, silence was used against me a lot. Like, silence was always leveraged against me, whether it was because I got in trouble or somebody's mad, or like when I was growing up, silence always meant a bad thing. And, like, a lot of times, like, my mom got mad at me, sent me to my room, and after that was it. Like, I couldn't say nothing to her, and she just refused to speak to me sometimes, you feel me? Or, like, she'd rather just yell at herself and know everybody hearing than having to go back and forth with me. So she would leverage the silence. And, like, and how I kind of survived was just, like, always, like, trying to think of certain outcomes, and, like, trying to just have arguments in my head. Like, I'm trying to release these things in my head, but because I'm a kid, I don't really know how to, like, go about shit healthily. So I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm just gonna argue with her in my head because she can't hear me. I get to say all the shit that I want. But these little things literally, like, affect me every day. Like, every day. Like, I genuinely cannot read people if they're not constantly talking to me. Like, it just almost feels like if you're not always talking to me or saying something to me, I'm gonna assume that you're mad at me. And it's just like, why? Like, it's like, and I won't even, like, say nothing about it. I'll just sit in my head and try to figure out a reason why. And then the ultimate reason that has be, you know what? I'm just gonna cut them off because we're not talking and I don't know what's going on. So I'm just gonna cut them off. But it just don't be making no sense. Like, why is that the ultimatum? It's because I'm trying to protect myself at the end of the day. You feel me? And at the end of the day, like, I don't want to watch myself suffer. I always suffer. I'm always suffering through different shit. Some shit I can't control, something I can't control. So I'm always trying to take control of the situation, because I hate not having control, because I don't know where it's about to go. Like, it's always uncertainty and shit like that. So I just always took silence as a threat. Like, silence is being used against me. Silence means that you don't fuck with me no more. Like, silence is always, it's always with something. But I just had to, like, really, like, step outside of myself and really realize that everybody is their own fucking person. Everybody goes through shit every day. You don't know how someone's feeling, how someone's doing. You don't know what happened, what kind of stress they going to. You don't know why. And it's just like, talking to people is energy. And working up that feeling to talk or reach out, it takes time, it takes energy. Or sometimes people will dead ass care about you and not saying a single word to you, because that's just how they are, bro. And I'm low key the same way. Like, and I'm fine with silence. Like, I like silence because I'm the type of nigga, I will sit there and wait for you to respond, just so I could figure this shit out. Because it's like certain things I just don't like. I won't even move on with my own life until I get an answer from so and so. And this shit, that's crazy to me, bro. Because I really watch myself do these things, and I'm like, how am I going to get where I need to be or where I want to be? Or how am I even gonna have this shit that I want to have if I can't go through these things? Feel me? I'm not even rolling up, nigga. I'm just talking. I'm about to say I ran out of weed. Nah, I was just stuck in this shit. But I'm about to run out, nigga. It's terrible. But son, like, I don't remember what I was saying. I'm not gonna lie. I really thought I ran out, and that shit really just stopped everything that was coming out of my head. But yeah, everybody's different, bro. Everybody's different. Everybody goes through different shit. So all I can really do, yeah, I could sit here and assume, but I just need to just start trusting people. You know, it's always gonna be hard for me to trust people or anybody, but I just need to trust people, because I could either trust their word or just think of 100 million things of like what they said is not what they really mean and figure out what they could mean. Or when nothing is said, instead of just leaving and being silent, I try to figure out why niggas is being silent, this and the third. But I'm not gonna lie, I was on ChatGPT, and ChatGPT was just like, bro, silence just means that you're not needed right now. Like, you know, and I know that 10 times out of 10, if somebody needed me, they would just contact me and I'll be there. But they don't need me, so they don't hit my line. And honestly, I have to respect that, bro. Because at the end of the day, like, everybody's in their own environment. And it's just like, I used to get so mad at people for focusing on their environment instead of like thinking about their friends or other people. But it's like, it's kind of hard to always keep having to outstretch yourself to other people when they're not even around. It's just you in this environment. And I just always felt like, you know, I just felt like you was a bad friend if you're not always considering your friends, you know, knowing how, just because it's easier to contact people doesn't mean their life is easier or they're always going to want to do that shit. And I just had to accept it, bro. It's something I had to accept. It's something I'm going to keep actively working on, because it like, I do that with everybody. I just never really cared to like try to change it. But then it's like, now I'm actually like, I don't even know how to word this. Like, I like this girl, and I really want to take this shit far, gang. Like, I'm like, nigga, far, nigga. And I'm not even the type of nigga to be talking like that, but I really do. Like, I really genuinely do. But there be times I be getting mad at her in my head, and I'm realizing that, like, I'm not even mad at her. I'm just mad at myself, at the patterns, at, like, certain shit that is reminding me of other things. But how the fuck is she gonna know that if I don't, one, communicate that, and two, I'm not gonna sit here and tell her to change herself because I'm not able to accept what happened in my past and move forward and just heal, you feel me? So it's like, it's either I could play the victim, be like, I can't handle this no more, or for myself, my feelings, or I could face them. And that's the crazy thing, is like, a lot of people don't like fucking with other people. There's two reasons. One, I ain't gonna lie, dating pool is fucking terrible, my nigga. Shit is trash. Most niggas suck. Most bitches suck. Cool, I get it. Two, if when you actually do find somebody that you care about, or do see somebody that you feel like you could actually have like something with, it forces you to actually grow up and face your problems and face your demons. Like, unless y'all both want to be two bums, feel me? Two bums sitting on the block, it kind of forces you to really get better. Like, I feel like the only way a relationship will not force you to get better is if y'all don't really like each other, or y'all just mad young. Feel me? I don't mind. Like, I don't blame like young couples just sitting there doing nothing, because nigga, I didn't have no bitch. I was still doing nothing, nigga. Feel me? I was just chilling at the crib. But it's like, if you really love somebody, you gonna want to see them elevate. But if you want to see that person elevate, you also gotta elevate yourself too, because you can't just talk about it and not do it. You get what I'm saying? You just put expectations on them, but really, the only expectations you should be having is on yourself. And that's another thing. Just in my head, I'd be expecting people to help me take emotional weight off me, or some stress, some this, some that. But at the end of the day, like, other people aren't here to just help me carry all my dead weight. It's up to me to get rid of that dead weight, carry it on my own, or something. I don't fucking know. But the point I'm trying to make is that, like, you can't just bring somebody in and be like, here, hold this, and now y'all both holding it together. Feel me? If you couldn't hold it by yourself, don't bring somebody else in so you could just fuck it up for the both of y'all. Cause that's when like that's why I really stay away from people, because I don't like getting into shit and it affect more than just me, because it just made me feel even more bad about shit. But like I just can't do that. And yeah, just don't have no expectations that's unrealistic. You know, you can always want somebody to do better, but are they gonna do better? Who knows, bro? That's literally up to them if they want to do better or not. And some people say they want to do better. Some people don't want to do better. Some people act like they want to do better, you know? Some people just like talking about it and never doing it. That's how I felt at one point. I feel like I was never progressing, never doing anything, but I'm always doing more than I realize. Like making these videos, doing my work, showing up for myself every day. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a lot, because I could be doing none of that, feel me? And for me to be able to do more, I got to get the foundations down first. So I'm really going to try and post every day. I don't know if I was going to have something to talk about every day, but like I just feel like I got away from myself. And one thing I do is I prioritize other people more than myself, way more than I should. And that's why I be seeing myself fall short and slack. But I also be having other genuine excuses too. But it's just like I kind of let all of that just be the big excuse. But I can't do that, because sometimes I have an excuse and sometimes I don't. And the times I don't have an excuse, I be trying to make one up. And I just can't be doing that. I got to hold myself accountable. I got to hold myself to that standard. And that's what I'm going to do. And one thing I'm going to try to do moving forward is really just not taking silence as a threat, because it's not. I'm finally starting to like be able to breathe and realize that somebody not speaking to me isn't a bad thing, because I'm just so used to it being a bad thing that I have to fix. So I keep trying to look for a fix and think about a fix, but there is no fix. We're good. Everything is good. Unless they tell me otherwise, I'm going to assume that we're good, bro. I just got to stop assuming, stop thinking I'm Dr. Strange, stop thinking I'm Einstein, thinking I know everything. I don't. I don't know everything, and I really don't know what goes on in your brain. The only thing I know what goes on in my brain, and I'm actively working to fix that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's what they say. It's old wiring. That's what's gonna be the title of this video. Pretty much get rid of old wiring. And what I mean by that is notice the patterns, notice why, figure out why, what impacted you when you was young, that you don't realize that it's still controlling you to this day. Because that's what happened to me today. It used to bug me so much, because I was tell somebody I don't really care. We don't talk on the phone, but then as soon as we don't talk on the phone, I start bugging. It's because this, like, I took it as a threat. It's old iron. It's not me no more. It's how I needed that to survive when I was younger. Or when I be at home, my mom be tweaking, whatever. But I don't need that for everybody. I just needed that for her. But because I was dealing with her every day and having to deal with that shit all the time, it just became how I deal with every woman. And like, it's so crazy, because the more I be with women, the more I learn about women, I be having to unlearn the shit that I learned from my mom, so I could actually talk to these women, because my mom is not these girls, but what she showed me was just a real toxic old Haitian way that we not even in Haiti, nigga. We not, mom. These bitches want Louis V. They don't want DOE, they want Louis V. You feel me? So I gotta unlearn whatever the fuck she taught me and really learn how to operate in today's society. And I know how. It's just I keep second guessing myself. I keep overthinking. But feel me? At least I'm taking the right steps to getting better. And that's what that matters. As long as I'm taking the right steps, as long as I'm really realizing I'm most self-aware nigga I know. Like, you can't tell me nothing that I don't know. Well, I can't say that. You can't tell me I'm doing something wrong, and I don't know that I'm doing it wrong unless I genuinely didn't know. Because, nigga, I know. I know what's right. I know what's wrong. I know what I should be doing. I know what I shouldn't be doing. So it's just like, everything's just a choice. And I don't always make the best choice. Sometimes I constantly make the wrong choice. But it's just about moving forward. Oh, God.